The word paparazzi was coined for them, apparently. Yeah, so
great pub ammo.
Yeah,
she never disappoints, Middleton.
Elizabeth is, also a huge, well, probably the most famous actress in the world at the time, and kind of gave up multiple offers in order to be on Broadway and support Richard while he did Hamlet after they'd just got married the first time. So yeah, it was a big sacrifice for her. I guess.
Yeah, because they took the drama off stage and into their lives, didn't they? As well, it must have been exhausting to be them.
Yeah, I think so. They were full throttle all the time, and I mean, when they first met on the set of Cleopatra, I think Elizabeth was 29, and she already had 3 kids and 4 husbands. And I mean, it's just the experience. They crammed so much into their lives, and she was raised by the studio system in Hollywood. So that's your whole personality and your identity is based around that industry.
And together, I mean, they were literally the hottest couple, probably the human beings as the modern species has ever seen.
Yeah,
still nobody to rival them.
No, and it's also, I mean, it's so hard to imagine now for us, as we have such access to people's private lives, celebrities' private lives. They were really the first kind of big celebrity couple, and the word paparazzi was coined for them.
Didn't
apparently. Yeah, so
great pub ammo.
Yeah,
she never disappoints, Middleton. It's great. Come on, tell us more about that.
Well, so when they were filming Cleopatra in Rome, Fellini was also filming there, and he watched this kind of swarm of journalists and people following them around. And apparently the word for buzzing insect in Italian is paparazzo. So he called all these journalists paparazzi that they were following them around.
That.
Yeah,
that's a great fact.
So that was the first time that word was used about them, because it was, when Richard was doing Hamlet, there were thousands of people every night in the street. I mean, that would never happen now outside of a theatre. The roads were all closed down. It was kind of...
And of course, I suppose what you're saying there about them being the first most famous sort of public-facing couple in, postmodern age, post-World War II. And the reason it was so magical for them is because there still was mystery, because there wasn't as much access as there is now.
Yeah.
And the enigmatic aspect of their togetherness. So we knew a bit, but we didn't know a lot. So therefore, you then project what you want them to be onto them. Yeah. And I suppose the more you know about things now, the less room there is for projection. And often when people are writing things, whether it's music or movies or plays like this, really clever writers who are really confident leave gaps for the audience to fill in themselves, don't they?
Yeah.
And that's why we all have different opinions of productions like this.
Yeah, and I think it's, that was one of the challenges for all of us, and I suppose in particular Johnny, Mark and I, who plays Gielgud, Burton and me playing Taylor. It's kind of finding that balance of not just doing an impression and doing our version of what this character was like. And you have access to so much source material on them, and everyone has their version of who they think Elizabeth Taylor is. So in the end, you could disappoint everyone or you can thrill everyone, and you just have to do it's no pressure playing someone like
Sounds amazing.